Today we're looking at Peter's marriage advice in 1 Peter chapter 3. He starts with the wives here. It says in 1 Peter 3, 1 and 2, "In the same way, you wives must accept the authority of your husbands. Then, even if some refuse to obey the good news or the word, your godly lives will speak to them without any words. That is, you'll win them over without a word. They will be won over by observing your pure and reverent lives." Okay. So, Peter here gives us a very important lesson when it comes especially to unequally yoked marriages, where you have a believer and an unbeliever who are in the marriage covenant. So, he's speaking directly to the wives here. He's telling them to tap into the power that they have through their reverent lives, their witness, their testimony, their godliness. You can win your husband over by submitting to the headship, to the God-given headship that is given to your husband. This is a choice, obviously, just like Paul tells us in, for Ephesians chapter 6, verse 22 there. Wives, submit to your husbands as unto the Lord, right? But here he says that you have power to even bring this person to the Lord by them, not by your nagging them or your pressuring them to be converted, but by your chaste and humble submission to him. You can win over your husband, or vice versa. I would say husbands can also, there is some application, I think, to husbands as well, married to unbelieving wives. It is the godly, the inward person. That is the beauty that is seen here. But if you try to win your spouse over by nagging them, by pressuring them, that's not going to work. You're actually going to push them away. Look at the wisdom that we find in Proverbs 21 and 31. In Proverbs 21:19, it says, "It is better to live alone in the desert than with a quarrelsome, complaining wife." There's another passage in Proverbs as well that talks about, better to live outside, not outside, but in the attic or of your house than inside with the contentious woman. The idea is the same. You will push your spouse away if you are nagging them, right? It's got to come from a humble and gentle spirit, and there is power in submission. Whether your husband is a believer or not, there is power in the way you behave before them. One more verse. Proverbs 31:26, speaking of the wise woman. "When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness." Notice, it's not so much what you say, but how you say it that is going to affect your spouse. God bless.